What is going on, everyone? Hope you're doing great tonight. Another roundtable. Here we go. Here we go. Everybody hear me loud and clear? Nice. Awesome. Beautiful. Who's riled up tonight, man? You guys ready to rock or what? We ready to do this thing? It's been a long day, a long, good day, hump day, Wednesday, that middle of the weekday. You know how it goes. Well, it's good to see you all on. Excited for tonight's roundtable. It is April 23rd, 2025. And let me tell you, things are going to start to, we're going to see them starting to convert. And so that's some stuff. Make sure that you keep that consistent flow into your pipeline. More on that a little bit later and how we can convert, right, Mr. Malone? How we're going to convert some more deals, yes, right? We want to convert deals. Yes, sir. Cool. Couple housekeeping items, everyone. Down at the very bottom, you will see that there is a reaction button. Feel free to put your thumbs up, hands up, whatever your heart desires. Feel free to use those reactions. Then down at the very bottom as well, you have a chat window. Feel free to chat with everyone on there. Just go ahead and ask any questions that you'd like. The only silly question, right, Mike? Come on, Mike. Tell us, what's the only silly question, brother?
The only one that's unasked.
The only one that's unasked. There you go. Cool. So don't be afraid. Ask questions, guys. That's what the round table is all about here, right? Don't hold back. Then you can also, on the drop-down menu in that chat function, you can also select to chat with somebody individually if your heart desires. And then the last housekeeping item that I have for you is you'll see it on your screen, your name. Feel free to change your name. Just click rename and make it your email address and your name, if you don't mind, or your name and email address. Right, Mike? You got it? You got your Asphalt Redeemers email rocking and rolling. I can see it at the bottom of your screen, brother. Let's go. Let's go out there to redeem Asphalt. That's awesome. Cool. Well, tonight's roundtable is going to be packed with all kinds of fun sales stuff. We're going to be talking about sales, and we're also going to be answering any questions that are going to be coming in as well. Again, feel free to write down anything on a piece of paper, any golden nuggets, type away on your phone, your keyboard, whatever your heart desires. Make sure that you're leaving this meeting with at least one thing that you can go and practice a little bit. At the end of the day, right, you want to be able to take things that you're learning here, apply it to your business, measure it, and really pivot and adjust so that you continue to perform better with your business. Everybody here looking to improve, I'm assuming, right? Raise your hand if you're looking to improve. Get better at what it is you're doing. All right, makes sense. I think that's a great way to kick things off. So let's go ahead and build some success. Let's build some success through what I call the magnetic wins of the roundtable. Any wins that you guys have since last week's Wednesday roundtable that you'd like to share with the team here? I love it. Julia, you've got your hand up, and then Tommy, I'm going to bring you on right after, brother. Let's go ahead, Julia. Good night. Click that mute button. Right in the bottom left corner of your screen, there's a little microphone. You click that thing. There you go.
Hi, everyone. And I stare at that all the time, so I should have known where that audio is. I have 2 wins, and it comes with conditions. And why did I say that? Because I was at an office here where I live, and we have a basketball court, like 2 basketball courts, 2 different basketball court converted to 1 basketball court. And I've been watching that for a while, along with our parking area. So I was at an office Friday, and a gentleman came in, but he was looking to find his way back there to view the basketball court. So I asked him, "Are you a contractor?" He was like, "Yes." So I, as I learned from Asphalt Kingdom to, introduce yourself. And I gave him a business card, and he looked at it. It had everything on there for him to know what I do. And he called me like maybe 15 minutes later. The accent, I had to, catch up with the accent. But as he was talking to me, I knew which way he went. And I'm walking towards him. And as I walked towards him, he was asking me if I'm, bidding with primes. And I told him no. And I asked him, I would like to bid with you. And he was okay with that. So he sent me information for me to bid on the basketball court. Now, what his dimensions was 14,673. I sent this out to Skylar, and he helped me out on how to price it and everything. And what thought I was pricing was for the crack seal coating. And when I spoke back to him to speak with him on a few questions, I found out that he wanted me to bid on the entire project. And at that point, he had someone to bid on the project, and I told him, well, you know what, I was just bidding on the cracks because I have my equipment. And he was impressed with my modesty and letting him know what my capabilities to do. And I told him I have some partners, and if I have enough time to speak with my partners and see if we could work together and bid on this project entirely. So reached out to Skylar, and I know he's a busy man, and I was just hoping that if someone that's near Chicago, Illinois, that would like to work with me on this project. That was my condition. And the second one is I was bidding with a company who it's all the way out in the suburbs from where I live, the work. And I didn't know it come with a lot of conditions, such as, because I told them that I get my supplies from Asphalt Kingdom. And one of the things that they would like to know is, are you an approved supplier with IDOT, or do you have a partner supplier that is partnered with Illinois Department of Transportation here, Illinois? And there was a lot of other things that I had to keep in mind, that I am learning how to kind of understand how to bid a project and making sure all my factors is factoring in at the same time. So I'm still learning, and that's where I am right now. Those are the two winnings I could be on, and I've been working on the first one since day one. So that's where I am right now.
Well, I'm excited that you're building, right? So it's like you're taking actions that are going for your business. I think that's a really important thing, and you should always be learning. If you are in the journey, you should always be learning. Anytime you stop learning, we end up getting stagnant and still, and we don't advance past where our average self was before. So to me, it's like become a master of your craft by continuously learning. And so the questions that you have, you can feel free at any point in time to buzz me in the email, send me a list, or, there's other people in the community here that you can ask these questions to. But Julia, you're not alone, and you should be asking those for sure. Congratulations on the win. Let's go through some more wins on here, but those questions, anything that's holding you back should get addressed and pointed in a direction that you're feeling a lot more confident about. So I think let's get there,
Thank you.
Yeah. And I'm here for you too.
Thank you. Julia. And even if I've missed a few classes, but I do follow up on all the classes and all the other, not classes, but it's like you're on YouTube.
Podcast.
I haven't got on a podcast, but you are on YouTube. That you are. So I look at a lot of things on there as well. And sometimes I'm like, when I'm at home and I'm cleaning up and everything, I would just get on my speaker and turn you all on and just listen, so I can just make sure what I've learned is repetitious in my head to remember.
Keep on learning. Keep on learning. I love it. Julia, nice job. Keep up the good work.
Thank you.
Tommy, you're welcome. Tommy, let's go, man. I see you barbecuing some ribeye steak over there, brother.
Yeah, so wife's got me cooking on the grill. It's really nice. No, I got to jump off here in a little bit, but I want to let you know 2 wins. One, we got our Google back up on Monday. So after being down for 2.5 months, or it's a new Google, we lost 60 reviews, but hey, we're back up. Second thing is that Contractors network that I sent you, we just closed it today. We just won that one. So I wanted to let you know.
Dude, I'm so happy to, and by the way, it's so good to see you on, man. Please give my regards to the whole family there. Say hello to everyone.
Absolutely, man. You got it.
Yeah, congratulations, man. That's super exciting. Tommy, hit me up. Let's talk.
Absolutely, man. Thank you.
All right, brother. That's awesome. So, so Tommy's Google My Business listing, a lot of people have been having big challenges with that, right, team? And so a lot of them have been getting suspended. And what we're finding is that, you know, one of the better ways to just get it or not reinstated is to actually set up a new one and go through the application process from scratch. Just be very cautious. Be cautious as to the place of business that you're marking as the address attached to your Google My Business listing. What was happening is there were so many companies out there that were just trying to go national, and they were setting up Google My Business listings everywhere and just being very spamish and intrusive to Google. And Google was like, nah, that's not fulfilling the searcher's search with the best result. And so they started to suspend and see that as kind of the good old, you know, they say the black hat SEO stuff, right? You remember the white font on white font background, or sorry, white font on white background when people were keyword stuffing websites and stuff like that. So just be cautious. You always want to be building your business in a way that's above board and not doing tactical things that are just kind of finding little loopholes here and there. You can, but just realize that you're putting yourself in a bit of a corner with these companies that are leveraging AI and mass knowledge grabs that they're able to then analyze, and they just kind of delist you. It's no fun to build a business that just kind of fails. You want to be building an ark, something that's going to be weathering the storms. You want to be building a machine that doesn't rely on Google, that doesn't rely on a particular single outlet for your leads. Because when you become the master of your craft, and when you become a sales company that understands how to do proper consultative outbound sales to prospect lists that are the right targets for you, all of a sudden you build an arc with those clients that you're going out to actually convert and then build into lifelong accounts so that they keep coming back more. We've got clients, team, that are 2 years into business and they can't keep up. They built the arc, they built the machine, cannot keep up. Steve, what's your win, brother? Let's go. Hand up. You've got wins last week. You've got wins this week. This is exciting.
Yeah, last week we just got our machine, our striper. We did our first job last week, put out a lot of bids in the last 5-6 days. I got a call today for a 290 space parking lot for striping. So we're got to get that on the schedule. Happy about that. Yeah, it's just been nonstop, just kind of looking at different things. Did pressure washing job over the weekend, and this is a 100,000 square foot multi-tenant building, and I do janitorial services as well. So who knows if we do a good job on the striping? You know, I'm just another good contact for the guy. We got a good review on Google from the guy last week, so that was good. So we're just pumped and getting ready.
Steve, what kind of business are you building?
I'm in commercial janitorial and have been in that for about 30 years. So we're just now we're just doing some add-ons, pressure washing, multi-story window washing. And we started doing striping due to my son-in-law, who's on the call here, that wanted to, he said, you know, let's look into this. There's money on the table.
Nice, nice. Anthony, what kind of business are you building with Steve?
We're building a business that who's gonna, I don't know. I'm just trying to help my father-in-law grow a bigger menu than what we have right now. I feel very stuck just cleaning commercial buildings, and then my friend told us about the striping, and we did a lot of research, and we bought Chris the line striping guy's course, and pretty much just hitting the ground running right now. Right now for me, I'm just trying to learn how to do sales and get into the door, and you know, just basically get the feel of everything that he does every day.
Cool. I'm going to bring someone on who's been, you know, who knows the community and knows kind of the language around this piece. It's going to help you, Anthony, get a pen and paper out. Matthew, what kind of business do you own, Matthew? Vio?
We own a asphalt sales and marketing business.
Right. And what do you
You've got it with maintenance.
Kyle, go ahead.
For preventative maintenance on your asphalt to make sure it's,
Put you on the spot, eh, bud?
yeah, you did. Yeah, you did.
We're gonna retrain this. Kyle, let me ask you, what kind of business are you building?
All those are great answers, but I'm building a pavement asset management company.
Pavement asset management company. And what are you committed to doing?
Sorry, Judd, you're cutting out.
What are you committed to doing with your pavement asset management company?
I'm committed to making sure it's safe and long lasting and looking great.
Well done, brother. Anthony, you're building a pavement asset management, keeping pavement safe, long lasting, and looking great. So safe is to get rid of all the liability risks that are on the lot. You want a consultative sales approach to this. And then you want to make it long lasting, because what you want to do is help save your clients money by extending life of their pavement rather than having to repave it often. And then you want to make it look great, because curb appeal is very important for their business. But I would also say that that's the elevator pitch. Most important thing is to be listening to the person that you're communicating with, so that they can truly tell you what their pain points are, so that you can speak to giving them the aspirins to the pain, so that you can then earn their trust and then sell them the vitamins down the line, which is the seal coating or whatever else it is. They're going to tell you exactly what they want. You just have to ask the questions. Right, Anthony? Right, Anthony? You can hear me. I know you can't. Even
I
though
can
you're
hear
on
you.
that-
I
dude,
can
you're
hear
on that-
you.
Is that,
Yeah, I can hear
that's-
you.
there's
I'm right here
sorry,
with you.
I was speaking to another Anthony on that, because we did a freestyle jam, but we got multiple Anthonys, man. We've got all kinds of Anthonys on here that are superstars. I love this, man. Anthony, let me ask you, Anthony, image one. Here we go. Ready? What kind of business are you building, brother?
Oh, didn't I already answer that?
I'm just asking, what kind of business are you building?
Oh, I'm building a business that solves problems for my companies.
Got it. So you're building a pavement asset management
Oh,
business that's committed to keeping.
I didn't know you wanted me to repeat the whole thing.
Dude, it's gonna be in your marketing.
Yeah.
It's in your sales. It's gonna be in your proposals. It's gonna be in your pavement assessments. It's gonna be everywhere, brother.
Yeah.
Because somebody's gonna come to you, right? Somebody's gonna come to you, and Steve, we remember last week, right? Somebody's gonna come to you and they're gonna ask you. They're gonna say, Anthony, you guys are doing a great job on this line striping here, but I've got another lot and it needs to be paved. Can you help me with that? And you're going to say, no, we only line stripe. No way, man. You guys are already going to have the performance part. You've already prospected. You've went and had lunch with, shake hands, and you're going to be able to work with those performance partners to execute on the paving projects and make some dough. Big dough.
Bingo.
I love it. Bingo. Let's go. It's awesome. Matthew Vio, what kind of business are you building, brother?
A pavement asphalt management asset management company for safe, long lasting, and looking great.
Exactly.
Like, is that great? Pavement asphalt. You're cutting out.
Yeah, Judd's having some connection issues tonight.
Oh,
A
okay.
pavement asset management company making asphalt safe, long lasting, and looking great.
Company, yeah.
That's what you always want to have on the tip of your tongue. Judd, you're back. All right, brother. Kick
Oh,
it.
Should be back. I'm in the middle of the jungle right now, guys. Right in the middle of the jungle. Literally. Pavement asset management. PAM is the acronym, and then the triple S is safety, save money, and sexy. Of course, if you're speaking to, let's say, a school district or something, you're not going to tell them that you want to make their parking lot look sexy, but an exotic car dealership, you may. Yeah. Right? Remember the pain points too, guys. It's really, really important. A car dealership might want something very different than a school. Make sure you're crafting your assessments, your proposals to make sure that they're custom tailored pertaining to what the person's telling you. Don't just give them a template. Nobody wants a template. Who here loves to, honestly, like if you just received a sales quote that was just like a template, like seal coat, $14,000, crack fill, $8,000, patching, like seal coating to extend the life of your pavement, crack sealing to prevent potholes, potholes to eliminate liability risks. Change your scopes, get emotional.
Okay.
Really important. It increases your conversion rates. Matthew, sorry, I've been rabbiting on all this stuff. What's up, brother? What's your
You're
wins?
good. So one of my wins was a 14,000 square foot driveway. It's about $6,000. So it's a good win. I guess I'm happy for the win. I'm just starting to I'm getting frustrated a little bit from the commercial end of it because I keep getting outbid by other companies.
This is such a good segue. I love this. This is so important. So I usually say this. I love business, right? Like we wake up, we kick the sheets off, or we don't. Like there's one of those two things. If I wake up and I'm not kicking the sheets off anymore to what it is that I'm living, then I better start thinking about something different, straight up. And so if I kick the sheets off and I have that emotion that's in me that I'm going to go do this thing, and it's not always easy, but if I have the emotion that I really want to go do this thing, I then need to move into data. I need to understand that numbers are truly what I need to speak about without my emotion to be able to determine if I am successful numerically or not. So when I think of this right now, what we're speaking about, my biggest question that I'd come back to you if I was coaching you I'd say, brother, I'm sorry, you're going to have to lift the curtain up here, and you're going to need to show me your deal pipeline. And I want to see the number of assessments that have been pushed out to the commercial lots. How many of those have been done? How many proposals do you have in the proposal stage of your pipeline? And then what I'll do is I'll look at that. Matthew, I now see that emotionally you're struggling because you've got 40 assessments that are out, you've got 20 quotes that are out, but there's nothing converting. And for everyone on here, I'm telling you, this is one of the most challenging things in sales is to have a healthy pipeline that you're loading up. Sales is not easy. And so, Matthew, I'm going to be straight because you're a brother from, we can talk like that. Like, tell me when we're saying underbid, and just honestly and openly with everyone, how many assessments have we pumped out in the last 3 months? Honestly.
Haven assessments?
Yeah.
Not very many.
Okay. And that's commercial, not very many, honestly, right?
Yeah.
How many?
I've been getting calls from a lot of places, a lot of property management companies and everything else, and asking for my services, which I'll go down there and I'll get a proposal set up to them and everything else. One guy, it was a full parking lot with 100 stalls in it as well, and also the loading dock area. So we're talking, it was almost $42,000 job. And he says, well, what if you were to take the loading dock out? So then I give him another price for that. And after that, he said he was able to find somebody that was much cheaper.
So going back to the numbers, so number of assessments. See, in my head, what I think about is that for every 4 assessments that I put out, I'm going to get 1 deal.
Yeah.
Or for every 3 proposals that I get out, I'm going to close 1 deal-ish. And so how many proposals do we have out right now to the commercial sector, with property management companies, storage facilities, whatever, QSRs, whatever it is? How many number of proposals are in the pipeline right now?
How many are in the pipeline right now?
Yeah, honestly.
I'd say about 25 right now.
25 proposals at an average amount of what per proposal?
I'm closing I get about 12 jobs already of those 25.
But of the 25, is it $5,000 average tickets? Like, is each proposal 5 grand? Is it 10 grand? What would be the average ticket for each?
The average tickets anywhere from I'd say $1,500 to $5,000.
Got it. So sitting around $3,500 average-ish, something like that?
Yeah.
So 3,500 times 25 total proposals is what? Anybody do some quick math on a calculator? What is that? 3,500 times 25 is what in that proposal pipeline? Come on, somebody's got to have a calculator.
90,000.
Around $90,000, right, Steve?
Yeah.
So about 90,000 in your pipeline right now. And so you're basically, Matthew, if you continue to follow up and you do that 12 to 16 touch point follow up and you stay on that, that means that you're going to end up with roughly around $30,000 worth of jobs according to industry standard.
And then how many times should I be bugging these our clients? I mean, I feel like like the high school job. He's told me numerous times that he's just waiting for 2 other bids because they require 3 bids for the project.
Right. Skylar, can you hear us right now, Skylar?
I can hear you, but I wasn't tracking, to be quite honest. If you give me a 5-second resnap.
5-second resnap. Matthew Vio has $90,000 in his quotes pipeline, $3,500 quote average, total of 25 quotes out right now, having a struggle against other people that are low bidding, and no real pavement assessments in the pipeline at this time. And how many, he says, how many times should I bug them? He used the word bug. How many times should I bug them before I let them go?
I would till they tell you to pound sand or till they tell you to come do the work. Legitimately. And
Brother, you're not
again,
bugging.
volume, bro. Volume. You know what I mean? Like that thing should be loaded to the gills, bro. Loaded to the gills. Like most people don't realize, right? We were just doing some simple math today, right? And just with someone else that was asking me some stuff, and you're like, wow, I got to send out 2,000 proposals to track X amount of dollars. And I was like, yeah, welcome to the math, right? And that was at like a 40% close rate, for what their math was. And they're like, oh, I got it now, right? So volume and follow up.
It's the hardest thing, Matt. Like for me, this is sales. It's one of the hardest things. Ask any of our sales team members. If we don't drive action, if we don't really pump that pipeline, man, if we're not actively trying to engage with connected conversations to hear people, to be able to build quotes, nothing's going to come out the other side. And so when it's 25, when you look at your deal pipeline and you look at your quote stage and you see 25 of them in there, are those proposals that you sent out, are each one just a very template styled feel to it? Or have we really listened to the customers? Have we really heard their pain points? Are we crafting a note that's emotionally compelling related to the things that we've heard? You need to become an artist with this stuff, right? Say an art. It takes repetitiveness. And I think that this is a really important thing for not just crafting assessments and proposals and filling your pipelines, but if you're not practicing all the time on the way that you're communicating with people, then we end up in a spot where the people who are more practiced are going to land those deals, and that's who you're going to lose those jobs to, just transparently. You guys on here on the roundtable, you guys are the ones pouring into yourself. You learn from here. You're going to be saying the right things, because when I ask the majority of our market in a room filled with 100 people, I ask them what kind of business that they're building, and they say, I'm building a driveway sealing business or an asphalt repair business or whatever it is, right? And now what we're doing is we're training at an upper echelon of the way that we communicate so that we can really deliver a message that goes beyond the average. You know what I mean? So Matt, discipline, fill the pipeline, drumbeat. It's hard. It's just like going to the gym, brother. You know, sometimes you go to the gym, you don't feel like going, same gig.
Yeah, you just got to do it. Yep.
You got to.
Thank you, sir.
Can I
You're
just
welcome.
add to that quickly? Closed the deal today. Finally got paid on a deal that I started in September of last year. I went through the process, did all the touch points, closed the deal. December, they were ready to move forward. Something happened, they backed off. Re-engaged 2 months ago. Took 3 weeks just to close the financing side of things. Finally, like a $60,000 deal took me about 7 months, 8 months. It's insane. So I can't even count how many touch points and the extra time I put in after hours, all the extra stuff. You know what I'm saying? But it was always just about, hey, how can I help? How can I fulfill what you're looking for? Is this still the way you're looking to go? Reconnecting when they ask you to reconnect. If you say, hey, you know, back off for a month, sure, no problem. I'm here. Just, you know, my number, give me a shout anytime. But be the guy that's always consistently consistent. Because if you're not, stuff falls through the cracks and you go off and you don't get that close. Let's put it that way. Hopefully that helps.
It's such an important thing, guys, right? Just to not, please do not just check the green check mark that I've got the proposal in someone's hand that's not winning. It's a domino, right? We talk about this often, right? Everyone? Cool. Do me a favor, raise your hand if you role practice with, you know, with anyone at all, either at home or friends or family, or raise your hand if you role practice. So like, imagine that you're booking a pavement assessment appointment or you're calling up a prospect on a list. Raise your hand if you practice that. Just be honest, 100% honest. All right, cool. I figured, because the majority don't. And who here believes that you're in a sales business? Raise your hand. Got it. So you're building a marketing and sales company that provides asphalt services, asphalt repair? No, of course not. Pavement asset management services, right? All right, cool. So here's my point, team. Raise your hand if you're in the sales business. One more time. Raise your hand. All right. Who here wants to be really successful with your sales business? Raise your hand. All right, cool. Who here thinks it's important to practice to become amazing with your sales business? Raise your hand. Okay, now be honest. Who here role practices? Hold on, raise your hand again. Is that my team that's raising their hand? All right, cool. Well, we've got a treat for you. We've got a cool treat. For those
Matt
of you.
did too. Matt did too. Just so you know, Matt Phillips, he practices too.
Matt Phillips, I saw your hand up down there in the bottom. You on a project for sure. I see that. That's awesome, brother. That's awesome. Crushing it out there in Utah. I love it, man. Dylan, I've got, I think we have a treat for someone, for everyone, right? He's like, yeah, Judd, do me a favor. Tell everybody what it is so I can just show them. I've made you co-host, Malone. For those of you that don't know Dylan Malone, and for those of you that do, I'm sure you're already great friends with him. But if you don't know Dylan Malone, he heads up our AK Dash division. He's just rocking it, helping a lot of people getting onboarded and making sure they're well taken care of, which is our CRM business solution. But what we did was, I was like, not enough people are role practicing with people. And we asked each other, we were like, well, what can we do to solve this challenge? Because frankly, I don't have the time to role practice with each and every one of you. I just don't have the time to do it, to be honest. My wife would be pretty upset if I did that, because I already spend a lot of time working. But so I said, I'm gonna program an AI agent that's a role practicing AI agent, so that you guys can actually set up a meeting with Dylan, and he'll give you the training on the AI agent along with the pavement assessment script that you guys will use when you're calling to speak with the AI agent. But rather than me talking about it a whole bunch here, Dylan recorded a video earlier today that he's going to go ahead and share his screen. Make sure you share your audio as well. You guys cool to watch a little role practice that Dylan did with the AI agent. And yeah, and for any of you that want to connect with Dylan to have access to the AI agent and the phone number and stuff, he just needs to train you guys on it. So you can book a meeting with him. There's no strings attached, no catches. We're just here trying to help you guys make sure that you're sharpening your skills, because we're all in sales businesses and we all need to get better, right, Malone?
Yeah, and I think you guys will tell by my one take here that I need to get better myself. So being vulnerable with you guys, we all got to start somewhere. So without further ado, just confirm for me if you can see my screen here and if it's playing audio. What's up, Asphalt Contractors? Today I'm just going to display our AI test agent for booking pavement assessments. So this is a cold call script I will be using with the AI agent that we've set up for you or your sales team to practice with to book efficient and high volume amount of pavement assessments. So I will go ahead and put the test call on display here.
Hey there. My name is Kelly, and I am your role practice partner. I'm looking forward to growing with you. May I please get your name?
Dylan.
Great to meet you, Dylan. Are you ready to rock this pavement assessment appointment setting practice?
Yes, ma'am. Let's go.
Awesome. First, I need to gather some important details for our role practice call. What do you want my company name to be for this simulation?
You are an Olive Garden.
Got it, Olive Garden it is. Now, what type of property are you calling about?
A Olive Garden parking lot.
Perfect. Thanks for that info. Here we go. Ring, ring, ring. Hello, thank you for calling Olive Garden. My name is Kelly. How can I help you?
Yeah, hi Kelly. This is Dylan from AK-Seal Coating. We work with property owners to repair parking lots and increase property value by 20% and more in just 72 hours. Are you the person responsible for the parking lots at your property?
Hi, Dylan. Yes, I am the person responsible for the parking lot at Olive Garden. How can I assist you today?
Okay, great, Kelly. We do free pavement assessments. So think of this as a health checkup for your parking lot. We're going to be in your area soon, and we would love to add your property to our schedule. It's quick, easy, and comes with a detailed report on your pavement's condition. Would you be open to a no-cost, no-obligation assessment for your parking lot?
That sounds interesting, Dylan, but I'm a bit concerned about the time commitment. How long does this assessment usually take?
It will be less than 30 minutes. Essentially, we're just looking at the specific pain points of your parking lot and potential liabilities that could be costing you guys a lot more in the long run.
All right, that sounds reasonable. I think we can manage a 30-minute assessment. When are you available to come by?
I will be in the area tomorrow and Friday, so Friday at 10 a.m. if that works for you.
Friday at 10 a.m. works perfectly for us. I'll see you then, Dylan.
Awesome. I just need to confirm a few details. So, Kelly, what's your last name?
Sure thing, Dylan. It's Smith. Anything else you need?
Yeah, the specific address of the Olive Garden. Could you give me that as well?
Of course. The address is 123 Main Street, Springfield. Anything else you need to confirm?
Is this phone number here the best number to reach you on?
Yes, this is the best number to reach me. If you need anything else, feel free to call.
Can I also get your email to send the assessment details?
Sure thing. It's kelly.smith@olivegarden.com. Let me know if there's anything else you need.
Do you have a preferred time other than what I mentioned, or is Friday at 10 a.m. perfect for you?
Friday at 10 a.m. is perfect for us. Looking forward to it?
Great, so am I. I'll send you an intro email connecting you with our assessment specialist, and we'll also follow up to confirm your appointment. Do you have any questions?
Sounds good, Dylan. I'll keep an eye out for that email. Is there anything else you need from me?
Perfect. Nope. Thanks again, Kelly. I'm looking forward to meeting you and keeping your pavement safe, long lasting, and looking great.
Okay, let's come out of the simulation call and take a moment to reflect.
So he also
on the
gives
call.
feedback.
Great job on navigating through the questions and objections. Here are a few points of feedback relating to the role practice. Overall, you handled the conversation well. You were clear about your offer and addressed my concern about time effectively. Just remember to confirm all details clearly, like email addresses or phone numbers, to avoid any mix-ups. Would you like to go into another role practice scenario and repeat?
I would like a little bit more feedback. Like, how was my tonality and my cadence on that call?
Sure thing. Your tonality was friendly and professional, which is great for building rapport. You maintained a steady cadence, making it easy to follow along. Just be mindful of pacing when providing information. Sometimes slowing down can help emphasize key points. Overall, you did a fantastic job. Would you like to practice again or focus on any specific area?
Not at this time, Kelly, but I will be calling you back later just to try to sharpen my spirit and get.
Nice job. Nice job, Malone. I watched that earlier and I'm like, it was like a one take that Dylan did, right? And so we're always trying to improve ourselves, but in order to truly help you guys improve, we have to do things that are different than what anyone else is doing. Nobody else is really doing this kind of stuff in our industry, guys. And so what we're trying to do is stay cutting edge for you and really bringing stuff to the forefront that we believe is going to make a difference. And regardless of the way that feels in there, the practice of saying the right things in the script and just repetitively saying it, if you're not wanting to do that with another human, you get to do that in that environment and just get used to it. Just create that drumbeat and that consistency. Malone, like that's the key.
Yes, sir.
Malone, if anyone wants to have access, what's the best way for them to get in touch with you so that they can meet with you to get access to the AI agent?
You can shoot me an email at my listed email here, dylan@asphaltkingdom.com. I'll drop my booking link as well. If you want to hop on a demo with me, whether it's your first time looking into AK Dash, or if you are a current subscriber who's looking to get access to the agent to role practice, I'll get you set up with that as well.
Thanks, brother. That's good. So belief and conviction in what it is that you're communicating with your potential clients is key, right? Being able to communicate out of the gate what it is that you do, listening, making sure you're hearing their pain points, making sure that you're selling them the vacation. Don't get into the granular aspects, what it is that you're selling until they actually start to dig into that, where at that point you can explain away their concerns and then you can move into reinforcing the decision at the end of it. That's called the closer framework team. So make sure that for those of you that are in the vault, AK Vault, get into the closer framework. All right, let's open it up. We've got a lot of time for questions to come on, so let's not hesitate. Is there any questions, Mr. Matthias, my super co-host, brother? Is there any questions in the chat that we need to address? Anything in there?
Oh, look here. I didn't see any pop in that weren't dealt with. I answered some myself, but
Cool.
yeah, anybody can throw a question out there though.
Any questions, anyone? No matter where you are in the journey, whether you're just starting out or you're okay, Steve, what's happening? Let's roll, buddy.
Just wondering if somebody's got kind of we were talking earlier about how, how your the estimates, just putting line striping, $5,000, whatever, like kind of elaborating on that. Does somebody or somebody that's willing to share kind of an idea of what they actually send out as their quote? I've been sending out kind of a price sheet, a little bit of company info, certificate of insurance. Not sure if I should include anything on ADA compliance. I don't want to send them 30 pages, but I don't want to send them just something that looks so simple that I'm just looking to say, hey, I want your job. It's $5,000. If you never call me back, I don't care. I want something a little more kind of professional. So wondering if anyone's open to sharing some of that information.
If there's anyone on here that wants to jump on, feel free to do that. If not, I'm happy to answer.
And you can do that privately too. That's fine.
what I would,
Judd, have
what
him
I-
repeat that question. I was just fish striping.
yeah, like in other words, on a, you know, when he's putting out a proposal, or let's say it's an assessment, what are the things that should be in that proposal that are important, like insurance? You know, I was speaking about emotionally compelling scopes of work because we've listened to what it is that somebody was telling us. But what are some of the things that are important that you put on your proposals, Matt?
So for me, on my proposals, I break down line items for what the proposal is going to be, but I also have my contractor's license number. So when I'm presenting or talking to them, I'm like, hey, I'm a licensed contractor. I'm not a fly-by-night. So you're building value and trust at the get-go, and then when they see the proposal, they'll see my Utah contractor's license and my physical address. And if you don't have like a physical address, or you're getting a PO box or something, hopefully I can be heard. I'm sorry, I'm in the wind. We're just trying to beat a storm here, hopefully. But so you want to answer their questions and crush those fear points that they may have. And by doing that, you're saying, hey, this is what it is. And really important is, oops, I don't know what happened. Oh, Judd's jumping on screen sharing something.
You're good.
Yeah.
While you're saying that, we're just getting a visual too, but go ahead, brother.
Yeah, so I break down, because a lot of fly-by-nights will just come up and they'll take a driveway or a commercial space, and they'll say, I could do this for $6,000 and not give any details. Where when I break down, here's how much my crack seal is going to be, here's how much my seal coat's going to be, here's how much my painting is going to be. So you do that and you build that trust, because it's, you know, I don't know if you go into a Best Buy to buy a computer package and they say, okay, it's $2,000, here's the bundle of stuff. It's nice to know, oh, I can get a printer. You're charging me $500 for a printer that I can get for $200. Anyway, that's what I do. So that answer.
Thanks, Matt. Yeah, it did help. Steve, is that helpful to you? Are you there, Steve? Steve, did we lose you, Steve?
He's muted. Unmute yourself.
Yeah, I appreciate that. And the Pazer evaluation that you're going through now.
Yeah.
Robert sent that to me, and that's good.
Yeah, guys, I'm going to do a plug for AK Dash again for those of you that aren't on it. Like, get on it, or get on something that can at least make this a machine business for you again. Like, you can literally do this from a plug and play solution, and it will build these assessments. Like, this is not, I'm not a designer in any way, shape, or form, but being able to produce a good looking pavement assessment from filling in some blanks inside of a system that allow you to create something that's different from most contractors that are out there will allow you to convert more deals. It's important to have good looking assessments and good looking proposals that really speak to what the pain points are. So as I scroll down, you can look at the recommended action plan, right? Like, this isn't manually typed out. These are scopes of work that are pre-programmed inside Dash that we've pre-programmed for you guys. So you just select them, and then hot rubberized crack sealing, for example. And then, you know, you've got all of the stuff that's pretty much templated and built, but you can also customize it and adjust it. So Kyle, when you're sending out your proposals, for example, you know, when those go out, you know that those scopes of work that are on those proposals in Dash, you need to make sure that you're clicking edit. Don't just use the default that's there. Make sure you've listened to the car dealership or whoever it is that you're selling. Write down those notes, those key things that you heard, and then edit the scope to really be customized to speak to the person that you're selling it to. And guys, we're not talking about $500 jobs here, right? Like, we're talking about real jobs that you want lifelong accounts with that require a little bit more time than just that green check mark, get them the quote and never follow up. You follow what I mean? Like, we're next level. We're superheroes in this pavement industry, guys. We're way beyond just the average if we do these kind of things. The average does not answer their phones.
Hey, Judd,
Oh,
can I jump in for a unsolicited plug from AK Dash?
Yeah, brother.
So some of you know my story. I've been doing this for a long time. I started with a CRM or a tool, and I'm converting to AK Dash. So if you're starting out, start out. There are tools and there's these templates and stuff that Judd and his team have put together that are awesome. But going from trying to import and transfer, Judd knows my my pain point there, that it's tough getting it switched over. So if you're just starting out, even if you're line striping, get on that AK Dash, the minimum one, whatever you can afford, and start building your portfolio through there, because it's a pain in the ass to convert over, believe me. And what Judd's talking about, you could go and do little driveways, but if you work and get those proposals, because I'm pirating, I am paying for AK Dash, guys, so I'm not stealing anything from Judd, from his team, but I'm using matching those templates and presenting, and so I just want to show you this here. I don't know if you could see it, but a parking lot like this, you can make 10 grand. This is 2 days, bros. I mean, you're by being set up and following the system, and Judd and his team are, the motivation and the education that he provides outweighs there's nobody else in the industry that does this. And believe me, I go to all the paving shows and stuff, so Judd's not paying me to say this, guys, either. So I'm on here, I help out, I like to share my knowledge and help how I can. So anyway, I'm gonna bounce out. I gotta finish up. I'm gonna listen to you, but I'm gonna be off the camera.
Matt, send me your Bitcoin address, brother.
Yeah.
Can I just add to that, Judd?
Yeah.
The Bitcoin thing, not really, but the other part of it. The part I wanted to key in on was some of the details. When you talk to a specific client, they'll ask you for specific things. If you're not writing those notes down and including them in your scopes of work, they're going to think you didn't listen. And then you're going to be like, why aren't they calling back? Why aren't they responding to my calls? It's because you didn't listen and you didn't follow what they were asking for. Because your whole goal in sales is to find out what their issues are and solve them. And if you're not listening to them, you're not going to get the work.
100%. That golden nugget right there, that should be on a bumper sticker. It's a really important one. Don't forget that. Write that down. Exercise that, man. Practice that. Hey, listen, team, there's a lot of stuff that we've spoken about over the last, over the last 22 years of being in running AK, right? 22 years of AK. A lot of stuff has been spoken about. A lot has shared. A lot of times have changed. And what I can tell you right now is you guys at this point where you are, based upon all of the resources, all of the tools, these meetings, access to the systems, like you guys just need to go follow the dang process and just execute on this stuff. And you can build beautiful businesses, man. There's people that are building $60,000 pipelines in 2 weeks of just starting out. The question is, how aggressively are we going to go out, knock doors, shake hands, kick ass, take names, if you know what I mean, right? Like, and of course I say that super politely, but it's like, we're either going to go and do this at, a 9.9, or we're going to go do this at an 8, or we're going to go do this at a 5, or not at all. And frankly, the way that I think is like, when you guys are introduced to these things and you pour 9.9 into this thing, you go for it, you can do something really, really special. But remember that waking up in the morning, first thing, and kicking off the sheets and going to the gym, that's tough, man. No different than it's tough to fill your pipeline. But you got to do it because you know what's on the horizon. I know, like, I'm watching some of you right now, and I already know that you believe that you can get there. It just requires a little bit more of a drumbeat right now. We got to get a little more discipline, not fall off. Let's stay on. And I'm looking at a few of you that I know real well, And I know that you guys have what it takes to get there. But go for it. Go all in. It's that time. It's this time of the season. It's not August or September, October. We're April 23rd. We have all season, guys. You can fill those pipelines up quick if you do it hard. Right? Make sense? Cool. All right, guys, we've got 4 minutes left. One more question. One more question. Or maybe a pep talk.
Somebody had their hand up and then they put it down because there it is. It's Parth. Go ahead, Parth. Ask your question, brother.
Hey, how are you guys? So it's now second meeting that I'm attending.
Parth, we can't hear you. There's something wrong with your mic, my man. We can't hear you. It's just muffled.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, loud and clear, brother. Let's go.
Okay. So it's been since the last 2 months I've been researching about this, and this is my second meeting that I'm listening to about asphalt and everything. So I have 1 or 2 properties that I'm a manager, but I want to start this on the side. So I was just wondering that I have access, I can get everything, but I am in Canada near Windsor. And is there someone that can like help me run the machines, or just to see them once how to do it? Like that's my question, because
Yeah.
I can buy them, I can start doing them, but it's just the basics that I don't want to see a video or something. But if there's someone that I can go and learn all these things.
Parth, we have a coach in Ontario. So just outside of Toronto, we have Rob McKenzie. That actually is one of our coaches. If you want to go and spend some time in the field with him and his business, we can facilitate a connection to speak with Rob about doing that if that's of interest.
Yeah, that would be great. I don't mind going there for a week or whatever time.
Are you speaking with someone at our company already?
No, I'm gonna open something for myself. I've already
Rob
registered
Wallace.
the company. I've already registered the company, and I'm gonna take some baby steps, starting with crack filling. I'm like a manager, so we have a few parking lots which need crack filling. So I'm gonna start with those baby steps. Start with crack filling, and then do this on the side. So
You definitely need crack filling and pothole repair up in Windsor, man. That asphalt up there is like the Grand Canyon from time to time, isn't it?
yes. So I'll keep my fingers crossed, and hopefully
Cool.
I'll try to like be good at what I'll be doing.
Great. We'll connect the dots for sure. So no problem. Matthias, you said Rob is in contact already? Cool. Mr.
Yep.
Wallace.
He's
Cool.
on his list.
Cool. Nice. All right. So stay tuned, brother. We'll be in touch.
Thank you, Judd.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Andrew, you had your hand up, bro. Let's do it.
Oh, I was just gonna advise him. I just taken the Billy Davidson training. That's great for learning some good basics. Also, just make yourself vulnerable. I'm part of a lot of line striping asphalt groups on Facebook, and I just went out there and said, "Hey, I can buy a machine tomorrow, but I wanted to get some hands-on training before I went, Graco versus Titan, whatever, and or I can just shadow someone, and I'm willing to pay for the learning experience." And I made myself vulnerable, put myself out there, and multiple people more like, "Hey, you can come and shadow me, whatnot." One guy in particular said, "Hey, I'm starting a business. I have a machine. You can run to 3,900 and I can even pay you." So got paid to learn. Worked with him about 2 months. I got two 3,400s now. I've got my business getting off the ground. So yeah, just don't be afraid to ask. And Facebook is, great networking. Guys on here as well. Billy Davidson VIP course as well.
Cool. Thank you, Andrew. Congrats on your success, man. What's your biggest hurdle, Andrew? In business?
I'm just getting started now, but I've gotten like all the operational stuff kind of down for line striping at least. got all the equipment for the most part. So now it's just attacking sales. And I met someone who's been in sales, door-to-door sales, and really young, aggressive guy who's really got heart and he wants to be a part of something. And it's kind of been organic. He's really like wants to be part of my company. And so I'm going to bring him on as sales. And him and I actually met working for the other guy. But the other guy kind of already has his own sales thing going on. So I'm not going to step on his toes, but I'm going to do my own thing. And he knew I was going to do my own thing, but he was a blessing to me to let me learn and pay me at the same time. So just the hurdle is sales and getting some contracts here shortly, hopefully.
Filling up your pipeline with quotes.
Yeah. The only other thing is, I got QuickBooks for like all my expenses and stuff. But I need to kind of merge that with the AK Dash. And I've been in contact with Dylan months before. Now it's about time to pull the trigger on that. But money, of course, is always the hurdle too.
Money is the hurdle. It usually never stops, by the way.
Yeah.
Money is usually the hurdle, no matter what level or what size you're at. Whether you're an 8-figure company or a 7-figure company or a 6-figure company, money's always going to be a challenge.
Mm.
Numbers are a really, really wild game. The bigger you get, there are more costs, there's more overhead, and you miss 1 0 on a number and your statements start to reflect a little bit differently. You overpay a vendor accidentally by 1 extra 0 and things change quite a bit, right? And so there's always going to be that fun challenge. The cool thing is that when you truly understand your numbers, when you actually have a machine that you've built that actually has integrity in what it is that you're looking at, then you end up in a pretty good spot because you can make informed decisions based upon accurate data. And that's why when you're smaller, you guys have every chance, every opportunity to build something with a system that has integrity, whether it's your pipelines, whether it's your revenue roadmaps, whether it's your financials. When you look at your P&L, you look at your balance sheet, you want to feel good about that and understand it, right? Because the reality of it is, who here is in business, by the way? Just raise your hand if you're in business. I think we're all in business, right? Yeah. And that the majority of us don't know how to read a P&L or a balance sheet. So I think understanding how to read it, understanding your numbers is something really, really key. Andrew, congrats on your success, man. We look forward to helping you grow and hopefully you hit the targets that you're setting out for, man. It's going to take a lot of hard work and dedication, brother. Yeah. Who here has a financial target, by the way? Love it. There's your card. Who here has a financial target? Just raise your hand if you have a financial target. Cool.
Steve has another question.
Steve, you got a question, brother?
Yeah, my nephew's in the same business. He's in Fort Myers. I'm in Colorado, by the way. He was, asking me questions about the striping and stuff. And I was like, dang, it's so humid down there. And you have, it rains every freaking day. Like when, and then it's sunny. When do you find time to stripe? So joking aside, I was just wondering if we had somebody in your group that was in Florida, that I might be able to connect him with, to, answer some questions and things like that, so he knows what he might be getting into or not.
Where in Florida?
Fort Myers.
We could connect somebody in the pavement industry in Florida with him. Yeah.
Okay.
I know John Martin, he's a frequent roundtable attendee, is in that southwest side of Florida as well.
I know somebody else in Florida. Wink.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem. Malone, can you facilitate a connection? Just on Contractor Network, we've got people down in Florida. Yeah.
I'll email you, Steve.
Steve, are you on the Contractor Network yet?
Not yet.
You better get on. For those of you that are not on the Contractor Network, you guys should get on it. You just heard earlier, Tommy K was barbecuing. You guys heard Tommy barbecuing there?
Yep.
Yeah.
I sent the link in just so you guys all know it's in the chat. So there's the application for regular listings is free right now till the end of April. So if you sign up for the end of April, it's free for you.
Yeah, and Tommy, by the way, Tommy he literally just told you guys he just closed the job that came through the Contractor Network. So we have people that are coming to AK that are facility managers, property managers, and property owners, and they're looking for contractors to do work. And so people that are in our circle, we're trying to connect you guys with those opportunities coming through. So if you guys have any interest in setting up, again, Dylan Malone, he's got his email up. Connect with him. Dylan Malone has all kinds of stuff to give you, man. He's like, you're like a genie, bro. You're a genie in a bottle.
He's Santa.
Right? Oh man, Malone, what's the final words here on the round table tonight? What do you want to tell everyone? Anything you want to share?
End of April's here, baby. April showers bring May flowers. It's time to grow.
Love that. Awesome. Cool. Matthias, any last words you want to share here tonight on the round table, brother?
Make sure you are touching your clients on a regular basis. Don't give up until they either tell you to leave or you get the job. So yeah, hunt and keep hunting.
Mr. Wallace, any final words here on the AK roundtable tonight?
Well, Matthias kind of stole it. I was going to say, if you're not talking to your clients, somebody else is.
Yeah, that's a true story. Coach Alex Coring, any last words for the roundtable tonight?
No, I actually had a quick question. I've been looking through you guys and kind of around for a mastic push melter, and RhinoWorks had one, and there was a company that you were featuring from Pavex with the blue, like all their MA10s and everything were blue. Like, do you know of anyone that's putting those out there right now? Because I got quite a few jobs with big wide cracks that need some kind of aggregate solution in it, and we've been pounding hot asphalt into the cracks and then sealing over the top with rubber, but it's super laborious.
The mastic machine is an applicator, not a melter applicator, just transparently. So if you're looking for mastic applicator, Rob Wallace can connect the dots there, and make sure that we're set up in getting you a machine if that's what you want. But you're going to need a kettle as well. Alex, you and I should talk about this separately.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
You're going to need a stationary kettle, and you're going to need to have a applicator, and yeah, mastic is so good, dude. Like, mastic is so awesome. The challenge is that the price to get kickstarted with mastics is not cheap. It's expensive. It's a lot more expensive than hot rubber, obviously. So anyway, well, let's chat.
Yeah, I mean, there's some like skid steer solutions from Craftco. They heat it up and you got a box and everything. But like RhinoWorks had one with like a chute and a shoe, just like an MA10. And I don't know, got discontinued or something.
No, it's just not a priority. It's an applicator machine. So you need the melter first, and then it needs to disperse into that machine for application.
So it's not I want an all. If anyone makes an all-in-one, like where they should, like tell RhinoWorks.
Yeah,
Make it all-in-one.
There's not an all-in-one, but there is a stationary with the applicator. But I'll chat with you about it.
Okay, thanks.
Hey, Alex and Judd.
Yes, sir.
Check with your mastic supplier, because they lease the trailers. At least here in Utah, my mastic provider has a trailer that you could rent, and instead of dropping 70,000 for a trailer, you can rent the trailer. It's kind of pricey, upwards of like $500 a day, but I don't know what you're pricing out mastic, but we're getting $5 and $6 a linear foot.
Yeah, but you
mastic. So yeah, I'm charging $8. But like we had a big Dr. Pepper facility. We did there was like 400 or 500 linear feet. of this stuff. It just sucked doing it by hand.
Yeah.
We kind of got more efficient at it, but we just got a bunch of hot mix and threw it in the hole and then shoveled it off and then melted the rubber into it on top of it and it seeped down. If you get the rubber hot enough, like 400, over 400, it'll just melt down through the aggregate if you get the right stuff. Turned out all right. Turned out, I think, pretty permanent solution, but it wasn't pretty.
Alex, for the kind of jobs that you're doing one-offs like that, and it's not like you're going out there weekly to do kind of applications, I would preserve as much capital as you can and put it in other areas that make the most sense. If you're telling me you're going to go, then it's a completely different setup. But we have to talk about it and make sure that you're doing the right thing, bro. That's the main thing.
It's like 100 linear feet here, 200 there, that type of thing that come up on different jobs.
You need a 55-gallon stationary mastic kettle and you need an applicator, and that's where you go to work and you get your stuff done. That's it.
Cool.
Yeah. Cool. And I know that we are over time here, team, so I appreciate everybody tuning in tonight. Hopefully you got some golden nuggets that you've taken away tonight. Good roundtable. Everybody good? Thumbs up. Yeah. Cool. Mr. Matthias, thanks for the co-host. Thank you, Matt Phillips. Appreciate you. Billy Ammons, good to see you. My brother, everyone, good to see you on. We appreciate you and look forward to next week's roundtable. Same time, same place. We'll see you on next week, everyone. Ciao.
Thanks, everyone.